If anything, that's too much. Please. Please. Closest approach, 24 million kilometers.
Good job, son. But is that inside the SOI or not?
What's the SOI?
Sphere of influence.
It's within the orbit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
As in inside. Is it inside the planet's sphere of influence or not?
No, nowhere near. I don't think.
Oh, well, good luck.
Good luck indeed.
Oh, I unlocked all the super booster stuff.
Ah, did you bastard?
You know, like the white stuff with the Rhino engine and all that kind of shit. It's really good, by the way.
Yeah. Well, if I can get back from Duna.
You'll be able to unlock the front door. You'll be you know, the keys to the building.
Right, my using Ike as a slingshot didn't really work.
That's a somewhat advanced maneuver. That I've yet to even attempt that kind of shenanigans.
Well, it was just because it was there and it happened, and I thought, you know what, this might work. It didn't. Just FYI. 100%
Just
did
to
not
let
work.
you know, in case you were under any illusion that it did work, it totally fucking didn't.
Totally fucking it did not work. One iota. Man, when I get back, I need to save the game and then fucking delete all the saves. Because I've got like 300 quick saves.
Oh, right. It's causing some grief.
It's a bit. Ah, it's just so frustrating, this game, because Scott Manley could sit at this computer and have me back in 10 minutes. He fucking could.
Back in time for tea and crumpets.
Yeah, smoke me a kipper.
Oh dear. Yeah, he probably could.
Ah, there you go.
Ah, that's an interesting thought. How many people can you get in there? 4. That's what I need.
How many people can you fit in this?
I got what you need, homie.
Here we go. Here we go. Right, phase angle is correct.
Docking this thing's going to be fun, actually. The bigger the beast, the more amusing it is to try and dock it.
Nope. That's incorrect.
Nope. We're going to need a little bit more RCS than that, though. And we're going to need... What are we going to need? We're going to need a fucking big...
Okay, so I'm right in thinking this, right? So it says, time some more until your ship is properly positioned for the transfer burn in the parking orbit. In the parking orbit. Oh, I've lost my place now. You need to put yourself at the ejection angle before your origin's prograde for a higher destination orbit or retrograde for a lower destination orbit. That means if it's basically a lower destination, if it's in, doesn't it? If it's within where I am, whereas a higher destination is like going from Earth to Duna.
Yeah. But if you're going out, you burn prograde.
So if I'm coming in, like towards Earth from Duna, so I need to put myself at the ejection angle before my origin's retrograde. So this is the angle. Yeah. So what I'm looking at is the angle to retrograde. That's fine. I'm right, I think.
Big fucking assumption, my friend. Oh yeah, totally right.
Oh, and I found the button for Max Engine.
Oh really? What's the button?
It is Z.
Oh. Had to go a long way away to get it.
Come on, baby. 1353.67. That is a
magic number.
number. One.
Let's see, electricity. So with some panels on here. Whoa, that's a bit too many.
Come on, baby. Come on. Mate, this is fucking working. It's working! Oh my goodness. Right, there's the ejection angle. Hang on, why is it coming out the side? Oh, fuck off. Oh, maybe that is right. It would be weird if that is right, though.
Have you tried to do stuff a la carte, or are you going off piste?
A la carte. No, I'm following this thing. I've got the phase angle right, I've got the ejection angle right. The ejection velocity is correct. It's just whether I'm doing it the right way. Yeah, well, that's the problem with this. Is you do have to
tell you what the answer is. No.
Oh my goodness, that is actually really close. Holy crap balls, that is actually really close. There's a fucking there's a. So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's still a chance. Oh, this is a shonky little ship. This one.
Do you know what I've done? I've burnt a bit too much. I haven't burnt enough. There we go. Oh. You can't do it. Oh no.
Heat shield.
Hmm.
Heat shields, boss.
A 1 minute burn is not doable. 1 minute burn is not for us.
That's what we want, the old 3.5 meter heat shield.
What is this? This Connex hasn't changed anything.
All it will change is how many subsequent ones you can see into the future.
I can't see fuck all. It's lies. I can't see fuck all because basically you're lying.
Okay, so...
Oh, you fucking dill. No, fuck off.
Why is this not streaming? Streaming now? Yeah, there you go. If I can get that online. Right, we live, Holmes. If you want to see how it's done...
No. No, fuck off.
Fuck you.
30-second burn is not possible. Oh. You know when it says closest approach, it usually gives you 2. Ah, no, okay.
Yeah, because it gives you your position at intersection. Well, no, it gives you the intersection point. Intersection 1. Sometimes it gives you intersection 2 if that orbit's going to make you interact with that entity without changing your position. If you're going to hit it once and then meet it again further down the line, that would be the second point. So, oh yeah, probably use some batteries on this.
The one who's nearly breaking me. 399, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Going back in time.
This bad boy. Oh shit, yeah, that's a good point. We're coming back, aren't we? Need some parachutes then. We're actually expecting to make it home.
That. Oh. Bam, 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 ba-dum.
solar panels. We got rocket fuel. We got thrusters. We got SAS. I think we could be a go for launch with this bad boy. Have we got the old Clampotron Senior? No, see that'd be really nice.
I linked my 2 space stations together with the Clampotron Junior.
Just give it a little bit of wiggle room, literally.
Oh mate, it took me hours, absolutely hours to do it though. So I was quite happy with that.
Fucking docking. Once you've got it sussed. Piece of pish.
Piece of pish. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to do this again.
We're gonna be coming in hot. Damn hot. I so nearly pulled the trigger on that, and we haven't even got fucking antenna. That would have been funny. Oh yes, indeed. That would be not funny. Because we'll be able to control fucking shit.
That's made it a bit easier.
So, oh, that's cool. Instead of using one GPU, and it's 20% load. I'm running like with no fans on my water cooling.
Alright.
It's lovely and quiet, and it's just bimbling along at like 28 degrees. Just from the kind of the flow, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Infinity and beyond. It's going to be fun watching this dock because this is a bad boy. This is a Bombay bad boy. This
Bombay bad boy.
because I've got the big form factor. The biggest one. I'm going to be using this dock. So that's going to be fun. She a big old bird. Oh shit. So
Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa.
that's the fucking aerodynamics catching the heat shield, that is. That's not fun. Going at 650 meters a second in the atmosphere.
It's quite
You
fast.
don't like it.
What is
The airspeed of
Hmm.
Africa.
It says a zero inclination parking orbit. What's that?
So that's where you're perfectly on a level orbit-wise to whatever it is you're orbiting.
What? So it means the apoapsis matches the periapsis.
No, the inclination. So you're not off axis.
Okay, so
your
it's following the
orbit-
equator.
Your orbit is lined up flat against the orbit of whatever it is you're orbiting.
So like with the equator around Kerbin.
Yeah. So like if Kerbin's it's like when you go in orbit around Kerbin, right? you've got an orbit circle around Kerbin, but the moon's also got an orbit circle around Kerbin. So if your orbit
Yeah.
circle is flat with the moon's orbit circle, that's 0 inclination.
Okay.
You dig?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
It basically means that it's much easier at 0 inclination. You'll be able to have an encounter much more reliably. And if you fuck it up, you can always go around for another go because you're on exactly the same orbit. You should meet it roughly at the same time next time around, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
God, this big old engine doesn't have piss through the fuel, in all fairness.
Here we go. Fortuna lever number 2.
Do lever number 2.
I'll have another go. Didn't quite get it.
What,
Didn't quite get it tippy top.
what, did you reload it then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. Moon target. That's not bad. Less than a degree. Less than a degree off. So this is where I'm burning to match my inclination with the moon. As we were just discussing.
Mate, in an earlier one, I was trying to use the RCS to get me out of change my warp thing.
Well, I did that when I ran out of fuel.
It's not enough that I needed unless I can pump into the fucking engines with an ace.
I managed to do it on RCS.
That's quite cool.
It was touch and go, but
It is a game of touch and goes.
It is a bit.
Okay. Let's get this fucking orbit spot on.
God, that smells like Satan's armpit.
Oh, that's such a long burn. 42 seconds. Come on. No one's got that much fuel.
Right. We're at 0 inclination with the moon. I'll do the job. "30-second burn."
It's certainly alright for some. Oh man, at this pace I could blast the engine for 24 minutes. It's not. I mean, it's not. It's not going very fast. 96, 97, 98, 99.
Right, take that on the animals. We are go for river rescue. It's gonna be fun because I've got to fucking do it off axis. Fucking. Ugh. So right at this point, like right now, is when I need to burn. I was thinking about this the other day. Is if I burn just as I enter the moon's influence, I wonder if it makes it any easier.
How do I change my inclination then? Is that burning
So that's
up and
when
down?
you got to burn. You got to burn at the ascending or descending nodes.
So obviously you need a target before you get those. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
giving me.
yeah, you do.
Why am I not getting those nodes showing up?
Is what you're targeting orbiting something?
No, I'm targeting Kerbal. Weird. Oh, it's because I'm in orbit already, isn't it?
What, around Kerbal?
No, I'm in orbit around Duna. It's not going to show me my.
Oh yeah. It only shows that you're whatever you're under the influence of.
Yeah. Though to be fair, it's not showing me my eccentricity compared to Duna either.
Well, this is interesting, to say the least. Because if we put this point here, see, I've just done that for 160 beams, which is certainly interesting. Because last time it cost me fucking 800 delta V. A painful 800 delta V is.
It's quite a lot, mate.
What, around the moon? That's fucking shed loads. Absolutely fucking shed. Oh, fuck me. That's a real pain in the ass. Do it when you start altering your trajectory using the pink ones. The other stuff starts doing really funny things.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! On a scale of 1 to 10, fuck me. I've got to 100% reverse my orbit
That's never good, mate.
because I'm going to be orbiting fucking polar orbits, man. Fucking bullshit. You see, it's just because if I'm coming in and it's going to be... I've literally got to stop and go the other way. I'm not happy about this.
I can tell.
It's gonna cost me 378 meters a second just to get into orbit around the moon, and then I'm gonna have to full stop and then boost the other way in order to reverse my lunar orbit direction to be in the same direction as the space station.
What are you, man or a mouse?
Yeah, it just comes down to fuel. And we should be alright, he says. But we might be returning home on RCS.
Do you have to tweak eccentricity at both the apoapsis and the periapsis?
No. If you burn on a node, an ascending or descending node, you can square it off 100%.
Where the fuck are my nodes then? Why are they not showing up?
I can't say, buddy.
Do you not node?
So, this is going to be fun. I may as well just do this now because see, I'm travelling 416 meters a second and I need to stop and go exactly in reverse.
Cool.
Well,
That sounds like sort of a high efficiency type move.
we've just lost all our fuel. Like, that's it. We're tapped. We're done. I've got 320 fuel left. And that's not enough, I wouldn't have thought. Got enough RCS to fucking power this beast on RCS alone, I think. I'm not going to be making a fucking a bastard change of direction boost on RCS alone. Unless
Minus 75.19.
she's an arse mistress, this game.
Yeah. Not wrong there.
.400 meters a second. Get to fuck.
Oh.
See now that would be minus 0.3. Stop picking your fucking tooth.
Minus 0.3. That sounds like an interesting, very accurate maths you're doing there, mate.
That would be my inclination
Okay.
for this burn. But, no joke, it's 400 meters a second burn. And I've got enough fuel to maybe do 40.
Slingshot around the moon.
Hey, I am around the moon. This is the Lunar Rescue Mission.
The Lunar Rescue mission is going to need rescuing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the moon. This is the moon a crew pickup that's gonna need a fucking refuel. Fuck. I wonder if it could be done on RCS alone. 400 meters a second.
No chance.
See, it's interesting that it's actually only a 7-second burn.
Not on RCS.
No, on RCS it'd probably be about 40 minutes.
And therein lies your answer.
Yeah. Wait, what? If I'm pointing this way, how is it? I don't understand what. How? Well, do not understand that at all. Never mind. How many minutes do you think it would take to do a 400 meter second on RCS?
You check out the Red Dead Redemption trailer.
No, actually.
I wouldn't bother. It's very, very teasery. It doesn't actually show anything at all.
I don't like ones like that.
No, neither do I. It's really annoying. I thought your brother might know something about it.
I know, I'm surprised he didn't reply actually, but he might be, someone to keep his gob shut.
Yeah. No, I thought that.
But to be fair, it's not their studio that does it.
No, I know that, but he does work for the company, I figured.
Yeah, it's always worth a question, isn't it? I've managed to do 20 meters a second already. I've got 375 meters a second to go. And it's taken me 40 seconds to do. This could be done actually, right?
Oh.
If I do this, this is going to be the most legendary maneuver.
It's going to be called the Laird Maneuver
A 400 meter second
on RCS.
inclination adjustment. And you can watch this on the live stream actually, because I'm streaming this now. You can see how far.
No, I'm alright.
You can see how far off I am.
Oh, have you sent me the link for that, by the way? I'll get it up.
It's the same as yesterday.
Oh, you've got it. Then as I got to wait.
I'm getting tired of holding the button.
Whiplash is streaming now. Have I just lost you, mate? Yes, I have.
What now? What have we lost?
I can't hear you, by the way, buddy.
Huh? Hello? Hello? I can hear you.
Oh. Yeah, I got you now.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Guess who's back?
It's weird. You see how far off I am on the fucking...
Oh yeah, good luck with that. Have you got no Delta V to get to the moon?
I don't know. I think this engine pisses through fuel, to be fair. It's a big old engine.
Wants to be.
Oh. Less is more. I think a smaller engine is way better.
I hurt myself today.
We're halfway.
121. 75.71. I've got to remember that. 75.71. 75.71. I'm looking for an angle of minus 75.19 and an ejection angle of 121.06. And my ejection velocity is a lot. I'm 21.
Right. I completed my maneuver, but I used the remains of my fuel.
So you got no fuel now.
Nope.
This rescue mission's going well, mate.
I got a little bit of fuel.
Are they on the moon?
No, they're in orbit.
Okay. Because on the moon's pretty easy. Fucking another Wolverine film. I can't believe it.
What's the beef?
Oh, the beef is that they're flogging a fucking dead horse. You know, there's so many interesting X-Men characters. Do something about a different one.
I'm not going to do this. I got no mono propellant left either. Fucking hell. Right. Let's rethink this bad boy, because this ain't working. What we need is less than that. Get rid of those.
6, 42,
Get rid of those.
6, 30, 24. The one after 24. Woof. It's getting all very technical, this is.
Why are you trying to...
Get back from the moon. From Duna with 900 meters a second of delta. 54-second burn is all I have. Scott Manley could do it. Or he'd look at it and go, no, you can't do it. Which would be just as good, actually, to be fair, if I knew the answer.
Save you the trouble of the time.
Two more loops, and then it's our ejection burn. I figured with Red Dead 2, I thought the general consensus has been of late that they've only revealed things quite soon before they release it. But I guess Rockstar always leave it fucking ages, don't they?
They're not in a hurry, are they? You need the hype machine to start whirring, you know.
Quite a year in advance, though.
Yeah.
Like Fallout was only like 4 months.
Maybe they're kind of gauging the interest. Although, to be fair, they've taken their life in their hands by going, oh yeah, PC, no PC release. And
I can't believe that they've done that.
I'm just like, wait, did you guys not learn from last time?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really understand why that hasn't been released at. That's fucking stupid. I don't know how people... just really frustrating stuff like that, isn't it?
It's bonkers. It's like, okay, well, I understand that consoles are cool and everything, but you're missing out on a massive market section.
Well, yeah, and it's not like they haven't got the facilities to do it either, is the weird thing.
Yeah, because it's just whatever. They're just fucking dicks.
Right, hang on, mate. I need to get this fucking cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah, I'm back in the old.
All right. Okay, 121.06. That's the number.
The magic number.
All I need to do is push the Z key.
Good luck.
One 121.06. I'm doing 847 meters a second. Yeah, I got this in the bag. Just smoke me a kipper.
See you in a bit.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and off we go. Come on, baby. Now I just got to shut it off.
At the right point.
1452.
Right, let's try this again. I've actually got some fucking shield payload. I put like an oversized heat shield on it, and it dragged the craft off to one side. Give the aerodynamics. That was a scary moment.
No. I think that was a bit much. It's fucking close though, mate. It's, yeah, I was doing it off based on the numbers, and no, that might be. It's pretty close. It's pretty close indeed. I've got a little bit of fuel to piss about with. I say a little bit. I mean a little bit. Yeah. Can hear the tank sloshing.
It's when you can't, that's the problem.
This is possible. I can get back from this. It's definitely possible because this is it. This is intercepting, but it's just not quite. It's not added up to what it should have done.
Yeah, but if you can get it back, I guess it's you can get it there, but can you? It's a one-way job, isn't it? You needed to aero brake on entry. You haven't got enough fuel to slow your approach, have you?
No.
So you need it to hit the Kerbal's atmosphere from across the galaxy. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're going to slingshot round and never be seen again.
That as well. Yeah, I'm not saying this is easy.
If it was easy, everyone.
Nobody said this was easy. I don't understand what the fuck that is. I just want to see. Please show me. Just interfering with the Earth. Just a little bit. Fuck off. A 1 minute 57 burn. Are you taking the piss?
Tell you what, you're not going to be dead.
1 minute 57. Fuck you, Kerbal. You Kerbal dick.
GPU temps are just not. They haven't even hit 30 degrees yet.
Really?
Yeah, that's so impressive. I was on the edge of giving up with the water cooling, but I think this has actually changed my mind because that's fucking insane. I can just run it with no fans on at all, and I can play Kerbal all day long because it uses like 8% of my GPU to play Kerbal.
That's quite funny.
Of one of them, it's not even using the other one. The other one doesn't even need to fucking apply.
Need not apply.
Oh yeah, have you seen the video?
What video?
The thing today with the Tesla.
No.
Self-driving Tesla.
No.
Oh, you're gonna poo yourself. I have properly had goosebumps today when watching this. Tesla released a video of their new fully autonomous car tech,
Right.
and it's pretty cool. And it's going to be in every one of their vehicles.
Oh, man, can you imagine being able to afford a Tesla?
Yeah, but the Model 3 is only going to be like the same price as Mondeo.
Really?
Yeah. The Model 3 is going to be like 30 grand or something. That's what they did. They basically did the equivalent of the Merc S class first, and then they're doing like the C class afterwards. You know, that's why they did the Model S, then the Model X.
Oh, hang on, sorry, mate. Oh my goodness gracious! This is close.
Is it close enough to make you believe that it could be done?
This is close enough to make me think it could be done. Mate, I'm at 374,000 kilometers. 332. Oh, mate, I'm at 123,000 kilometers
What, around Kerbal?
from Kerbin.
123. That's not quite enough, though, is it?
Not yet, but I can definitely tweak that
Have you got enough fuel to
do this
do a
maneuver.
little adjust?
Yes, I have.
Because the further away you adjust it, the cheaper the burn.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah. I ain't got loads of fuel. Oh, what do I need to get under for an encounter?
60,000.
Ah, I've got it. Kerbin encounter, Kerbin escape. 67,000.
Yeah, that's it. That's 60,000.
10-second burn. Oh, I've got fuel left over.
Start doing fucking cartwheels and shit.
Intercept with Earth from Duna. Aero braking this is going to be interesting.
You got heat shield on?
Yeah.
You gonna fucking need it.
Yep. 67. 67.5.
That'll do.
Like, periapsis of 50,000 is going to be enough, isn't it?
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, you'll get aero braking. Sub 60, I think. Not a lot, but it'll be enough to start bringing it down.
Fuck this, man. I'm going to land it.
Save the fuel to slow yourself down so you don't have stuff burning up on entry.
I mean, the fuels are gone, mate. I've got 15.6 seconds, and this burn is 10.
That's good that it tells you. How do you know? Where does it say?
When you set the maneuver node, it tells you on the bottom.
How do you know? No, but you're knowing how much fuel you've got to burn.
Oh, it's on Flight Engineer.
Where's it? Yeah, where's it say there?
Under shit. Where is it under?
Orbit? Is it the orbit menu? Orbital menu?
I've just lost it. I've been looking at. Oh, vessel.
Vessel. This is interesting. So, delta V. Is that how much I've got left in the tank?
Yeah. You might not want to look, mate. To be fair.
That's not a great deal. Oh no, that's just this stage. Okay.
There you go. 27,000 feet above Kerbal from Mars.
That's awesome, mate. Well done. It's properly something to be proud of.
Maneuver in 7 days' time.
Go put the kettle on, man.
Maneuver set. Now, I just know that I'm going to explode on entry.
You're going to be coming in. The thing is, you're going to be coming in so hot.
Yeah.
Because you're going to speed up as you approach.
I know.
Did you see that picture I posted on Steam? Screenshot?
No.
Go have a quick look in the community feed.
Hang on, I'm just on this burn now.
It's worth the butchers because that was me coming back from Minimus. And I put, coming home to Kerbin, coming home to a warm welcome.
Super warm.
Yeah. Go and have a look at that picture, you'll piss yourself. Literally, I was like, how is this not caught fire? Like, we're literally on fire. There is nothing that I cannot see that is not on fire. And that was coming from Minimus. And that whole shit was on fire.
It's on fire. Oh my goodness. I'm so nervous about this burn. Do I look at the map or do I look at just the burn itself?
You don't even know what to do.
I'm just gonna have to look at the map because it's too far away to worry about the fucking. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it like that. Fuck me. Estimated burn 10 seconds, so 5 seconds either side of the node. Bob's your uncle. Let's do this.
Fanny's your aunt.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ignition. 3, 2, 1. Engines off. Right, let's see the fucking damage. Mate, I think I actually saved some fucking fuel then. Oh, mate. Yeah, boy. Periapsis, 26,000. That's some aero braking right there. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Curving Mountain.
Oh dear. It does get a bit like that, doesn't it?
Mate, this mission's took me all day. But if I get back from landing on Juno, that'll be my single biggest achievement in this game by a long way. Because that's quite badass landing on thingy.
Yeah, I haven't been to Duna yet at all. Ever.
Oh, really? Ever?
No, ever.
Red.
Excuse me. I just switch back to the actual ship I'm supposed to be trying to land rather than fucking. I just clicked the wrong button, switch to, and I was just like, that's not what I wanted to click right there.
Oh man, I can't believe I can go past Kerbal. Right, how best to spend my last 164 meters a second? Oh my god! Oh my goodness! I'm going really rather quick.
Yeah, so my suggestion would be use it or lose it. To you need to check yourself on the way in. Otherwise, you're going to be in a bit of bother, mate. Basically, because you're going to be coming in so hot that you're going to need to you're going to need to burn retrograde in order to even keep it on the fucking table. You know.
Yeah, I've only got 9 seconds left.
That's all right. That's a lot. You know.
It's not when you're going 22,000 meters a second. Yeah, that's quite quick.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking quick.
Did you see? Just look at that picture in Steam.
How do I look at it?
It's in. Go to Steam and go. What was it? Whatever it is on the very end on the right hand side. The thing on the tab. You know the feed.
No.
Fucking. You click on your name and it takes you to the list of all the shit that's been posted.
Oh, okay, activity.
Yeah. So go down. Scroll down a bit and you'll see the picture. When you see something that's on fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, if you click on the image and look at the big version of it, you can see that I was going 1400 meters a second.
Yeah.
That was me after slowing down. I hit the atmosphere at 3000 meters a second.
Oh my goodness.
So
I don't think I can do this with what I've got left.
I think things might get a little agitated, shall we say, on the way in.
22,000 meters a second is quite quick.
Yeah, but it's whether or not you slow, you know, measurably as you approach, as it kind of curves in at all. It's going to be. It's going to be interesting. But to be fair, the atmosphere does actually burn off a lot, and you can get away with burning off loads of speed and not really suffering for it, because the upper atmosphere will burn off loads of speed. But 22,000's a lot, man. That's big numbers, you know.
Yeah. I fucked up as well, actually. It's not as close as I thought it was.
You're going to
So
be hitting the atmosphere.
No.
Oh.
No. I need to back to the drawing board. Oh, problem is you can't see what you're trying to change when you're adjusting the maneuver point from the opposite side of the galaxy.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, I apart from the fact that I'm going the opposite direction, this has been quite the success actually. basically I put on a smaller, I put on an engine and put an extra stage in,
Right.
rather than using the full booster that got me off Kerbal to take me all the way in dog. So I've actually got fuel to, like, it's costing me to make this burn. Now I've just pissed a serious amount of fuel away, but
Lost you again, mate.
hello.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, it's cost me to make this maneuver, but it hasn't, like, ruined me, if you know what I mean.
Right. That is the actual maneuver plotted this time, and that takes me to 60k.
You got any RCS left?
Yes. I've got so much RCS.
Use that when you make your burn, because it won't do a lot, but it'll help
What, this initial burn or the entry burn?
every burn. It doesn't do much, but it'll give you single digits meters a second for free.
Yeah, I'll start doing that like 2 days out.
Yeah, if you're near, you can actually get it down lows. If you've got lows to spare, it actually makes a big difference. Because if you can change, because how much how much speed do you need to change at the moment?
Hang on, I'm just redoing the initial burn because I got it wrong first time.
Yeah, but what was the speed roughly on it?
22,000.
No, as in the adjustment.
Oh, the adjustment is only 121.
Yeah, so you might be able to get 20 of that on RCS.
Yeah, that's true. So it's H, isn't it, to go forwards?
Yeah, that's right. So it makes a massive difference.
So I go Z and H, and I hold H down, basically. Easy, mate.
Just in the fucking fireplace, buddy. Just pull it out.
I hate it when it doesn't give you your burn when you reload it. It doesn't tell you what your burn is. Very frustrating.
What doesn't tell you what your burn is?
It says estimated burn, not any, because it doesn't know what the engines are.
Yeah, but you just need to literally turn the engines on for a second and turn them off again.
Yeah, no, it's just
This is a bit annoying, isn't it?
8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, fucking RCS isn't touching
So
it.
he's ahead, so I need to catch up. We're going to be so far
Oof.
behind that we'll actually be ahead. Ah, that's an interesting concept. This is what I love about fucking docking so much. So with that burn, we'll be oh second intersection will be a 0.3 kilometers separation.
That's quite impressive, mate.
That's how we roll. Well, we're talking about making a burn where my speed adjustment is 3.3 meters a second.
I don't have a periapsis. Does that mean I'm hitting Kerbin?
Periapsis, if you can't see one, that means it's in the planet. You want to be careful with stuff like that. I'm telling you that for fucking free.
I don't think. I think I better burn.
Might want to back it off a bit. Just dial it down a couple notches.
Just take it down just a touch. Holy shit. Man, I touched it and it put the periapsis at 2 million meters.
Yeah, use the scroll wheel.
Use the scroll wheel.
Yeah, on the controls.
No, I
for the
mean, I
maneuver
just
mode.
literally went throttle on off, and I got 2.5 million meters periapsis.
Ah. Use
Just
press
use
press
use the RCS.
yeah, press caps lock. Go into small maneuver mode and use the RCS. You know about caps lock, yeah?
Yeah, he told me the other day. I didn't know before that.
Yeah, that can get you out of some binds. That can.
Fucking Doug, this is insane. All of this, there's no way I'm going to fucking be able to shed all that speed. So it's all moot anyway. But I am quite enjoying trying to do this. Prograde.
Right, I've just actually adjusted my burn with my RCS, and on our second intersection, I'm going to have a separation of zero point 0.1 kilometers. I'm literally going to rock up 100 meters from the fucking space station.
Not bad, mate.
I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to see docking, this is docking in the next 30 seconds.
Hey, King.
Sorry?
Ah, you fucking turn the RCS on. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Right. If you want docking, start paying attention.
Hang on, mate. Cool thing with RCS is you can move it backwards as well. Right, there you go. 50,000. Where are you?
You watching the stream?
Yeah, so you go out bigger.
So I've gone out bigger on this particular one, right? Because he's ahead of me, so I need to slow down.
Yeah.
But I think I was considering chasing him, but I was so far behind that it was oh, so I'm watching the stream. So I was so far behind that I would have been in front of him. So it was on my second lap round that I'm actually gonna. So if you can see
Okay.
what will come through now. So my target position at intersection 1 now is fucking 10 minutes away and separation of 0.1 kilometers. So I'm coming in, and you can see in the middle of nav ball target speed. That's my speed relative to him.
Yeah.
So we're 170 or 160 something meters a second, but that's slow. That's reducing as our separation comes closer together, right?
Yeah.
So I know that intersection's about 8 minutes away, so I'm going to put maneuver node on that just so I've got down here my T minus counter for when I'm going to be meeting that's when the closest point is. So at that closest point, because this is key, right? This is orbit alignment. So this is your set. The better you get your orbit alignment, the easier the docking is, right?
But it's only for that short area, isn't it?
It is, but this is at the point where at your closest separation, that's when you want to get your target speed down to 0.
So do you
Right?
make
So
your orbit the same as his, basically, at that point?
yeah, at that point. So you do it not in the map view,
Oh, okay.
right? So at the moment on the map view, I can see that the distance between us is 25k. Once that gets down below 20k, I think he'll be visible in the normal view.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'll switch to the normal view. So we've got 4 minutes before we're going to have an encounter. So we're coming down inside 20k. So should be. Where is he? There he is. Should be able to see me looking at the moon now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see he's about 18k away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to. So what's really important here is now the pink markers, which are the target ones, and then the
Because that's
yellow.
directly towards and
Yeah,
directly
so that's
away.
directly towards him with my direction of travel almost lined up as well, right? So where I'm pointing on the nav ball actually doesn't matter, right? Because at this point you want to be adjusting using
Yeah.
RCS, but
Okay.
at 82 meters a second, it's probably too fast to use RCS to adjust your direction of travel. So you're still going to be using throttle on main engines because you need to kill your. So basically, I'm traveling at 80 meters a second. So the distance between me and him is reducing by 80 meters a second, which is really fast. So you can see the distance ticking down on that marker is going down fairly quickly, right? So that's fine. 80 meters a second is really hot though. So in order to gain a little bit of control on this, I'm going to burn retrograde to get that down to somewhere where it's not too far away.
So prograde and retrograde to the target should align up to the pink one, shouldn't they?
They should, if you're lucky enough to be. At the moment, it doesn't matter too much, right? Because you can't change as you start moving slower. You'll change that with RCS, right? But it's difficult. You'll burn a lot of propellant trying to change that now, so don't worry about it. It's burning retrograde relative to you, your direction of travel, right? So I'm going to bring this down, say, to like 40 meters a second or something, right? So it just means that the numbers start going down a little bit slower on the distance between the two of us as we get closer. So you can bring your velocity down slower, because once you get your velocity relative to the target down to about 10 meters a second, you can then stop using main engines to adjust your speed and start using RCS.
Right.
Above 10 meters a second, it's really long burns to start slowing down using RCS. But RCS is like your fine tuning of your speed, right? So we're not even looking at what the orbit looks like on the map, but if you can see, it's got the dotted line was where it was, and then the blue line is where it is now. So we've actually reduced it by half.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but we're still 7k from him, and we've got 50 seconds before we're going to be at our closest point. So things are looking pretty good. And you see our yellow marker for our retrograde has actually drifted a little bit.
Mhm.
So we'll need to adjust that as we get a bit closer. But I'm not going to change my speed now until we get a fair amount closer. But the key thing here is the t minus whatever, right? Because in 8 seconds we're supposed to be at our closest point. Now I've changed that value because I slowed down, right? So because I slowed down, that node's actually wrong. So because we've got 4k of separation, but I'm still approaching him. So the timer's actually wrong. So I can actually get rid of that now because that's just rubbish.
Okay.
If I want to put another one in, if I look at the map, you can see that our separation has now gone to 1.5k because I adjusted my burn because I slowed down by 50k, 50 meters a second. But I'm going to put another point on the map to say, okay, well, in a minute's time, we're going to be at our closest point, but that's still going to be 1.5k away from each other. So it's actually got a lot worse, but that's fine because the having a separation of 100 meters doesn't give you a lot of headroom for fucking it up.
Yeah.
Because it's the time. You see, it's like, yes, we'll be separated, but we'll be really close, but I'm still traveling at 80 meters a second. So because I can't chop 80 meters a second of speed off my velocity in an instant, that 100 meters separation suddenly turns into, if it takes me 5 seconds to burn, well, that's 5 times my velocity. So that 100 turns into 400. It's better to be further away and bring it in closer. So we're at 1.5k now, and you see it's actually getting closer. If you see, so I'm going to start slowing down a little bit, just burning retrograde to bring my relative velocity down. Let's bring it down to about 20 meters a second because we're under a kilometer away now. You actually visually see the space station.
Yeah.
So still just, I'm not bothered about lining up with where he is. I'm just seeing that I'm zooming out now because when he passes underneath me, I want to be at 0. So I'm going to burn a bit more to drop it down to 10 to give me a bit more granularity, because now we're in the hundreds of meters separation. So I'm going to leave it at 10 because 10's like a good number now. I can actually use RCS to start trimming my speed off. But I'm going to pass over him, and I'm going to have to kill my speed, which will leave our separation roughly as it is now. So I'm going to actually use engines to kill my speed a little bit down to about 5, and then use RCS. Oops. Whoop. If I don't fuck it up completely. So now it doesn't matter which direction I'm pointing in.
Okay.
Oops. Because I can burn backwards or forwards using RCS. Right, so look, there you go. My target speed is now matched with him. We are not really... We're equal, right? Which means what I can do now is I can maneuver my ship and point right at him, at the pink node, and then just
Again.
burn RCS burn, and you see the yellow thing come into play here. And now I can use J, K, L and I to change. You see me burning my direction of travel as represented by the yellow circle, map that up with the pink one, and then burn RCS to like 2 or 3 meters a second. Nothing too fast, because remember with RCS it takes a bit of time to trim it off to slow down, so you don't want to be going faster than 3 meters a second really. But you can see the distance between the two of us pissing away really quickly, even though I'm only going 3 meters a second.
Yeah.
But I'm using IK to keep my direction
Okay.
of travel, the yellow, because it
Seconds,
doesn't
mate.
matter.
Erica's phoning me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
That's okay. I just paused it. So yeah, so the yellow circle direction of travel, that's only relevant for when you want to slow down or speed up. So you've got to be pointing in the direction that you're traveling in order to efficiently slow down or speed up. But when it comes to actually shifting your direction of movement relative to your target, you don't have to. You can be pointing in any direction. It doesn't matter, because you're using I, J, K, and L to move your direction vector around just by eye on the nav ball to line it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So I could start trimming it down a little bit, as you can see, just to keep that yellow circle tied up with the with the station. But I'm not actually pointed dead at the station. I just changed it just now. But so because I'm pointed right at it, I can actually burn a bit faster to bring it back up to 3 meters a second. And at this point, it's just you know, yes, I could go faster, but it's just a bit of caution, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than overshooting and having to come back. But you can see that even at this slow speed, you see the yellow begin to drift off the pink.
Yeah.
Start to see that it's going up and right,
Okay.
as we naturally, our orbits aren't matched perfectly. So I've got a little bit of, my movements got a little bit of drift off his, because if I look on the map, our orbits look almost spot on. You can see that, but my apoapsis is still 4K above his.
Yeah.
So that's why you've got that drift going on there. So you just need to bring it back into line a little bit. But we've just closed like 200 meters.
It's pretty impressive.
You know, So even though we're going 3 meters a second, which I'm maintaining because you start scrubbing off a little bit of speed, it's you don't need to go any faster really, especially because you could use time compression to just put it up a little bit and then see. I'll use it now, just to lose say
Oh yeah, of course,
a
yeah, yeah.
couple of hundred meters, right? So 3 meters a second is fine because that gives you the granularity to make minute adjustments and then just use the time compression to speed things up. So at the moment you can see that my direction vector has actually drifted off the station quite a bit. So I'm going to use I'm just pushing it down and left using J just to bring it back in, so I'm actually heading towards the station. But that's heading towards the center of the lab, right? So I actually want to head towards the docking point, so I'm going to set my target as the docking point now, and you see that the direction I'm not actually heading at the docking point because I was heading towards the center of the station.
Mhm.
So if I bring that over there, and I'm going to slow down now because we're 30 meters away, so a meter a second actually is plenty fast enough. And at this point I want to make sure that I'm controlling it from the front of my ship, and also now you see things start to move with the maneuver vector, and I want to using V. I'm going to change my camera to locked because this is now up is up and down, so I can use.
So this is something I struggled with.
Right.
How do you set the camera?
Yeah, so that's what I've just done, right? So you've got free camera's auto. Using V, you can change the camera modes, right? So using camera auto, I can move all the way around the thing, and it's fine. For docking, you want to circle through the camera from free, orbital, chase, to locked. Right?
Okay,
So
because the
locked-
guide that I was on told me to use chase.
Yeah, well, I find locked is the way that I learned from Scott Manley to do it. So locked means that when you're in this view, that it's already changed because it changes when you're actually moving. But once you've moved a little bit, the camera rotates. So for me, when I'm looking dead behind my ship, the top of my ship that's the up and down vector. So if I want to shift my ship up and down now,
Yeah,
even though I'm
definitely.
not looking directly behind it, if I press I, it's going to push it. I know it's going to push it down.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Which is really cool because it means that I know then that I'm controlling it from the front, and without having to look around, I know what buttons to press relative to the station. So I'm now going to use WAS and D to align my ship facing the docking port, right? But you see, because I got the locked camera, it's quite cool. And if I press Q and E, so I'm going to press E to rotate to the right, the locked camera brings me round with it.
Yeah.
So this is where you start doing it by eye. So I need to move left to bring it into line, and I'm also massively above it. Now, depending on how pro you are at doing this, you can move in multiple directions at once, but I'll keep it simple for now, so that as you start using the I, J, K, and L buttons, that will slightly skew you, and you'll have to use W, A, S, and D to line yourself up spot on with it.
Oh, I put mine into docking mode.
Yeah, you could put it in document. I just don't need it. It's just not. It's not a big deal.
It doesn't actually do anything, to be fair. It just moves the buttons to W, A, S, and D.
Yeah, I find it handy to have it separate because you need to trim. You'll be constantly switching to and from docking mode because you need to use the buttons. So I'm using K now to slow my descent. H to just approach it a bit more, but I'm way off left again because I've gone too far left. So we're drifting in a bit more. Slow it down a bit, up a bit. W to bring the nose down. And then we're almost. it up a bit and we get close enough and the magnets start to do their thing, you can help it out by burning up, pointing the nose down, and then there we are, docked.
Nice.
But it's like, once you're inside like 10 meters or whatever, use locked camera and just do it by eye, and it's just so intuitive. It just, you don't need to be scouring the nav ball at that point, because you just don't need it. You don't need it
Yeah.
at all. It doesn't help you, because what's difficult is matching up the key presses on the keyboard with what you're seeing on the screen.
Yeah, definitely.
If you can use the locked camera to then know that, okay, so WAS and D actually changes where my nose is pointing, and then I, J, K, and L kind of moves my body horizontally or left or right, up and down or left or right, in the vector of whatever direction I'm pointing in.
Mm.
So I find that quite an intuitive way of doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know how you think of it, but I mean.
I ended up rotating the ship until up was up and down was down, basically.
Yeah, that's what the locked camera kind of takes that out of the equation. Which is
Yeah,
really
well,
nice,
I'd rather that, to be fair, because that was a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. So it also helps to use time compression to kind of cheat a little bit to stop the objects from rotating. Because if the object that you're trying to dock with is not stock still, you're going to have a fucking nightmare. Because the target that you're going to be the docking port you're trying to dock with is going to be rotating, and you're going to have to match that rotation. So it's better to just knock time compression on just a little bit to stop the object from rotating, and then have another go. The worst thing is when you clang it. If you clip what you're trying to dock with, like you'll spin it.
Right. Okay.
You'll give the station that or the craft that you're docking with, and that momentum, that impact, which means you'll need to use time compression to stop it from spinning again. Because if you clip it, if you impart any force on it, you're going to push it away and cause it to rotate. So
Right. Okay.
it's better. So basically, if you stick to the golden rule of whatever you fucking do, don't touch it, then you won't have to correct what is pretty much a major fuck up. Because if you weren't able to cheat and use a time compression, you would then have to mimic the rotation that you've just given that fucking station.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because you've pushed it away, and it'll be like spinning, and then you'll have to match the drift as you're trying, which is a fucking nightmare, absolute nightmare.
Mate, but FYI, that station looks fucking cool.
Yeah, thanks. It's my space station. So these guys are generating research at the moment, and I put a little lander on here so that I can nip down to the surface and get some more experiments for data for the space station. So I can just go down, land, come back up, offload the experiments, go down, land, come back up. Yeah.
That's totally fucking epic, that, mate. To be fair.
But because it's in polar orbit, it's an absolute beehatch to get to.
And it needs to be in polar orbit, does it?
No, it only needed to be in polar orbit to do the fucking scanning.
Oh, okay.
And if I'd known that the scanning was only going to give me 20 science, I wouldn't have fucking bothered.
Can't you just send up like a pusher rocket to push it back?
We've still got the engine on it. If you're looking at the
Oh yeah.
if you're looking at the stream still, it's still got the main engine attached to it.
Huh.
So I can actually move the fucker, In fact, I probably didn't even need to come and take the crew off with a rescue ship. I probably could have just driven the bastard home, because it's got the engine on it. It's just not. I didn't design this for re-entry, nor did I design the lander for re-entry. So there's no parachutes on it or anything like that. So that's why I came to get it in something that's designed to come back to Kerbin, because all of this was like stripped down, because the space station's really heavy.
Yeah, okay.
So this was all like, because this was a 2-man mission. The lander came up in a completely separate mission.
Hey babe, you alright? Yeah. FK a second, mate.
Yeah, cool.
back, and guess what?
Back on Kerbal.
Fucking 1,000 science.
1,000 science. Nice.
1,000 science and
Tis a lot.
£800,000.
800,000. That's pretty good.
Oh, mate, I can't believe I got back
That's
from
such a big
Duna
deal, dude. Such a big
with 2,000. That was immense.
deal. Congrats. That's a massive deal. Right, well, I've picked up all my crew. And I too am on the way home.
It aero braked all of it off, by the way.
What was your speed when you hit the atmosphere?
About 3,000. It all comes off when you start getting into the orbitals, I think.
That was the same as me. It's like I was coming in from minimus at like 8, and then it came down to 3 as I got into the close to Kerbin.
Yeah, but
it went down from 3 to 1.5, and everything was on fire, but it was not like it didn't damage me or anything, which was surprising because I thought that it totally would.
yeah, I basically just let the engines blow up.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
like take a lot of heat.
Point retrograde, burn up all the fuel you've got, and then just let the engines and the fuel tank take the beats. Basically.
Which is quite funny to do, but it took me ages to do that because it looks really nervy when they blow up, but it's only doing damage to them, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just as long as you've got I mean, they should protect the other parts, but you can occasionally lose the odd solar panel or whatever if you've got some of the bits tacked on the side.
Yeah, I did lose a solar panel, but I don't mind that.
It's not like you really need it at that point. You should have enough batteries to last.
Wow, I've got a mission of building a surface outpost on the moon.
See, that would excite me more if there were better buildings to send to the moon.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there just aren't, There's nothing that's designed to set up an actual, surface moon base.
You'd think they'd have done an update for that, to be fair.
Yeah. I find the update that they did, this update, very curious because communications, it's like, who gives a shit about fucking communications networks,
Yeah.
It's really an odd thing to do, and I just wish they'd done something that was like a bit more
Interesting.
yeah, a bit more exciting, because whilst it's cool that you can build you can actually do proper satellite networks now, it's all a bit wishy-washy, and the stuff with the orbital scanning and stuff like that, it's all really kind of like, okay, well, that wasn't really a big deal before, and now it's a really big deal. It gets its own update. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't think that was too cool, to be
Because
fair.
basically all they've done is they've taken the inspiration from two different community mods, taken the best bits and merged it into the main game. And it's like, of all the community mods that you could take inspiration from, I think you've picked two of the biggest fringe mods you could find. Because I tell you what, bloomin' Kerbal Engineer would be one of them. I think it's a great mod that doesn't ruin the game at all.
Well, that's why I downloaded that, not MechJeb.
Yeah, no, I really don't like MechJeb at all, because that's just fucking autopilot. It's for people who don't know how to play, who want to play the game, but don't want to have to learn how to play it.
Yeah.
But the one that I really like is the one.
I was tempted to download it to get back from doing it though.
Yeah, but how much better do you feel that you did it on your own?
Yeah, I'm quite chuffed for that. I didn't know it was. Oh, mate, someone's talking to you on your live stream.
Okay. What? Who?
Captain Cookie
I can't see that. Who? Where?
in the chat.
I can't see that.
Captain Cookie says, "Are you at the moon?"
I can't see that at all.
You got 3 people watching you.
What? No, I haven't.
You fucking have, mate.
Who's gonna be watching me?
3 watching now, it says. There's a button to get your chat up somewhere, mate.
Yeah, I'm just shit. I haven't done the. I can't see it. It says there's nothing, no one in chat.
I mean, I've just wrote something in chat.
Yeah, I can't see it. I could see. I've just written something in chat. So
Mm,
yeah, I think the stream's a bit fucked, to be honest.
hang on. There is a way. I remember.
Because it says that nobody's watching. You can actually see it on the stream. No one watching.
It says 3 watching now on yours, and someone called Captain Cookie said, "Are you at the moon?" So
Well, Captain Cookie, if you're listening, I was. I'm now coming back because the moon is a desolate wasteland.
could be a new thing for you, mate. Doing tutorials. You could be the new Scott Manley.
Yeah, I'm not quite manly enough to do that.
Not quite NASA enough.
But yeah, no, I was going to say that the other mod that I downloaded was the science station one, which is actually really cool. It gives you loads of little you can do like basically it's set up so you can do like loads of microgravity experiments and stuff. But it's all done in a kind of tiered fashion. So you use the basic ones to, you get science and stuff for doing it, and then but then the more advanced ones need the beginner ones to
Right.
actually, so you can take it to the next level if you launch up and put in orbit like the cyclotron modules and stuff like that. You can like do analysis on your other completed experiments to give you even more science, but obviously it takes more time. You need more additional modules and stuff like that. But it gives you an end goal to work towards, rather than
Yes.
just the current science station, which is the one I've got around the moon, which is just you just feed it any old fucking experiment, and it just crunches that experiment into an arbitrary amount of data, and then it says, "Oh, you're going to get 8 science a day." And it's like fucking 8
Is that
science
put
a day.
forever?
Well, yeah. Well, no, because it's not forever, because the experiments that you feed in get turned into data. But I did like 2 experiments, and it gave me like 400 data, and it's used, I don't know, single digits numbers of data.
Oh, right.
So, but you've got to have someone in the station working on it the whole time, and it uses a shit ton of electricity to actually run the station. So you've got to make sure you've got enough batteries when you go on the dark side of wherever your solar panels can't fucking work. And then, but it's all that effort for fucking 8 science a day. That's not a lot at all. I don't think it's worth the effort. I'd much
No,
rather
maybe
put
not.
these other experiments in, have them run, and be like, okay, well, you just got 30 science or whatever. Because I tell you what, eight science when you get up at the top end of the tech tree, where it's like fucking 1,000. Is that right? Yeah, sorry.
The Rhino's got to be worth the pickup, innit?
Yeah, that's what I use as my main booster now. The main cell's good and everything, but the Rhino's got much better efficiency, I think.
You don't use the Mammoth. The Mammoth's got a fucking insane thrust.
Is that the one that's the quad nozzle one?
Yeah. It's 3 times the thrust.
Yeah, but it's I don't think it's all about the thrust though.
No,
weight,
it's not, but
the weight and the efficiency. Because the thing is, I just use the kickbacks to get me up to about whatever 14,000 meters. Then you're in the thin part of the atmosphere, and you can pretty much use whatever the fuck you want.
tell you what I wouldn't mind either is the bloody radioisotope thermoelectric generator.
Yeah, good luck with that.
That'd be quite nice.
Right up the top end.
It is. I'm just checking there's nothing else important, really. The only other thing that I'm semi-tempted by is getting the top relay.
I think I did that. I think I got that one. Maybe. I can't remember. Maybe. What else is in the package with that one?
Nah, not a lot. The top relay. The 2 top relays that are the same in a drone core. What about... What's this ion engine?
That's really cool. So basically, it doesn't provide a lot of thrust. It's for like really small satellites and stuff, but it runs off xenon gas fuel. but it's like really, really efficient. So
Yeah, because xenon gas is mega light as well, isn't it?
You put a tiny little fuel tank on it, and that gives you loads of like. It doesn't. I mean, obviously you can't move it around, but you can use it to make like orbital adjustments. It's just really, really efficient, and it's designed for small satellites. It's basically instead of putting fucking RCS on, I guess, and using that for maneuvering, which is a value option, it's the kind of granularity, but still, maybe. I don't know. I suppose you could use the xenon for proper thrust if you were going outside of interplanetary, because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of gravity up there, so. Man, this heat shield actually paying the bills.
Is that the 10-meter one?
Yeah, I was experimenting with the bigger one to see if it actually would push the heat away from all the components on the other side.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
By having a little bit of extra radius, and it actually works really well. Although the engine's going to blow up.
Man, I was able to get very heavy rocketry, large volume containment, and I've still got 350 left over from that mission to Duna.
That's some serious award for the effort. I think that's quite cool.
Do I get the rover?
See, now I had the same dilemma. I went for other bits, and I regret it because I was like, I'll do a space station instead of getting the rover, and I regret it now.
Quite like the idea of getting a little rover.
Yeah, but it's about 300. Is that 320 or 360?
It's 300.
300 to get it.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted the ones above it as well to get the better wheels for it. Problem is that's 500.
Oh, the next one, yeah, is 500 for just better wheels for the rover. That's a last minute thing, because you can make it work on that, I'm sure. Or
See you later, engine.
do I get an atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer?
See, that's all fine. That's fine, as long as you're actually going to go to a planet that's got an atmosphere that you can use it. Otherwise, it's a fucking waste of time.
There's a composites one as well, which gives you the 3.75 meter protective shell, the inline clampetron, and loads of girders.
I know. But you need all those girders and bits to build a half decent rover, though, as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Is the problem, because the wheels aren't. I mean, the bits that you can build a rover with it, because you get that block and you get the wheels and stuff, and that's enough to get you something that will drive around. But those standard wheels, if you looked at the actual speed on them, is pretty bad, in all fairness. Which is why I wanted to get the extra wheels, but I couldn't really justify it because it was literally paying 500 science for
800 science, yeah.
Whereas that's a lot of science. Oh man, this heat shield's really done well.
I quite like the idea of these surface scanners, because again, it's more science, isn't it? It's like a force multiplier.
Yeah, but you need that. You need to be on the surface to do it. But the thing is, see, that's misleading, because that surface scanner, all it does is increase the accuracy and the information provided from the orbital scanner. So unless you're doing the orbital scanning, which I can tell you, it's a massive pain in the ass.
Yeah, but you do get that spectrovariometer with it, which would be quite cool.
Yeah, that's about the only one that's worth it, really.
Or a shielded docking port, that's quite cool.
I like the shielded docking ports, but I actually really like the inline one with the door that opens and comes out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that, because that gives you all of the bits and pieces. No, I'm going to go for the rover.
Yeah, the rover.
Done it. Rover, done.
Done deal.
Because I've seen a couple of missions for the rover, to be fair.
See, that's the difference. I don't have any contracts at all. On the science career, you don't get any contracts.
I've really enjoyed doing it this way, mate. It's been really good fun, actually.
I don't regret doing it this way, but
Ooh, could do a mission to Minmus, get 2 missions for that. You'll fuck off.
Have you been to Minmus yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I did that earlier today,
Oh,
maybe.
I remember. No, you did it yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday? Yeah.
No, the day before. The day before. I'm disappointed that I can't see the people in the chat. Maybe I see. Maybe I can see it on the. If I actually go to the stream myself. Chat. No.
Oh my goodness, this Kerbal stuff's bigger than the Rockermax stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't realise it was actually bigger again.
Have you not unlocked any of the other stuff before?
No, I don't think so, mate.
You haven't. Oh, okay.
Actually bigger again. Because I've always played career mode. Oh, I suppose no, I couldn't have initially. No, I don't think so, mate. Holy shit, that's big.
Yeah, it's big, isn't it? That's why you need that inflatable heat shield, because none of the other stuff's big enough to fucking handle it, basically. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a lie, because I'm using that heat shield. If you look at the stream, you can see that bigger one is bigger than the Rockermax size.
Right.
So the one that's the 3.75 meter heat shield,
Yeah.
that's the one for the Kerbal size stuff.
Yeah. That is an absolute beast, that is.
The pisser with this is that I'm not going to get probably a single science point for this mission.
Oh mate, I ran out of money earlier. I had to sell some of my publicity to get enough to send one mission off to do like some stuff. It was proper touch and go.
Bonk. There we go. Back on Kerbal.
Nice one, mate.
Astronauts rescued.
Yeah, astronauts.
Moon crew rescue. Recover. Ah, fair enough. 40 science.
It's better than no science.
It is better than no science. Not by much, but. Have I managed to actually unlock something?
And I haven't even got Mafia 3 yet properly because I went to play it and you were playing this.
Yeah. I think I kind of went back on and off it, but I've been playing this a lot more because it's just so much more satisfying. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get an astronaut. Fucking asteroid.
Oh, is that your science tree? Hang on.
Yeah.
It's not dissimilar to mine, actually, to be fair now. Yeah, left all of the playing stuff same with me.
Like, yeah, I can play the game, but I'm not a fucking pilot. I can't fucking fly. But I think it could be time to get the advanced grabbing unit and go get an asteroid.
You get Scooby bonus for that.
I tried that before, but now you can. But before there was no, like you could. Now you got all the mining stuff. Where is it?
Oh right, yeah.
Somewhere. Where's the mining? Shit, it's the next one up. 550 science to get the mining drills and stuff. That's a lot of cheddar.
That's a lot of cheddar. Who makes World of Tanks? What's their name again? Warnet? Gaming Net?
No. What? Gaming.net or something?
Can't remember.
So the question is, do I send Jeb to go get an asteroid? Or do I send a fucking probe to go and do it?
Always send Jeb. He's level 3 now, my Jeb.
I've got Jeb level 5.
Oof.
All your asteroid, all your dudes are all level 5 on the science one.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, which is a bit sad because I would have thought they would have left you, because you can upgrade them with the science lab and stuff. You get extra points for upgrading people without having to go back home.
Yeah.
I would have thought that they'd actually would have left in some semblance of actually having to train them to make that worthwhile. Otherwise, you just you're just removing that element from the game, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
But do I actually buy the claw? What the fuck is it?
FK a second, mate.
Batteries in this bad boy. What? Let's get some sass in there.
Holy crap. Where that thing gives. Oh my goodness. The Rhino on under 2 fuel tanks gives 5,300 delta V.
Which tanks though? Big old
Yeah,
S3 7200s.
mind you, if you whack a mainsail under it, you get 5,300 as well.
What about the Mammoth?
Mammoth's quite a bit lower, 4,200.
Yeah, that's why I went for the Rhino, because it's way better.
And it's almost double the burn time as well.
But the thing is with the Rhino is it's too heavy once you get into space.
Yeah, the thrust to weight ratio, mate. If you put the Mammoth on, is 14.
Yeah.
Thrust to weight ratio on the Rhino is 7.
Yeah, because the Rhino, the Mammoth weighs fucking 15 tons. I spec this out because I actually built a sub-assembly using.
That doesn't make any sense. Hang on.
Because you've got the vector engines, right? So the Mammoth has got 4 of the vector engines built into it, and I actually built a little sub-assembly using the bicouplers stacked together, like, and then put 4. See this? Put 4 vectors on. But this
Right,
thing,
yeah.
yeah, like that. But that actually weighs the same as the Mammoth.
Okay.
Which is like, right, okay, well, you'd think that would be lighter because the weight of the engines is, well, just the engine, just the 4 vector engines on their own weighs more than the Mammoth. So the Mammoth is actually worth it because it's lighter.
Yeah.
Using them separately. So I was like, oh, that's a really cool thing, and then it was like, wow, it's way heavier than the actual using the Mammoth, so you might as well just fucking stick that on and then boom.
Let's have a look what it says about the engines then.
I don't think that's the way to go with this, because we need the mainsail for this work, because pushing the asteroids is a pain in the ass. Here's some orange juice. What's a D? Shitloads of sass. You're trying to steer the asteroid, and the only thing that you've got is that little grabber on the end. The amount of control required to actually like change its heading is insane.
Mate, that vector engine is 1.25 meters, and it gives a mass and thrust between that of the skipper and the mainsail engines. Which are the 2.5 meter engines.
Yeah, so it fits on the small size, but it punches like a mainsail.
Yeah.
But the it's actually interesting because what is its thrust? ISPs 315. That's actually the higher number the better? Because that's actually it's the thrust difference. The ISP is actually only marginally better. But the fuel rate is way better. But the thrust is a third less. Doesn't make 2
Wow.
times less of anyway.
It says the Rhino. The Rhino gives you the best LSP and vacuum. Better than most engines. The only ones that are better are the Atomic engine, the LV909, and the Poodle engine. So it says this, and the fact that it allows attaching parts on both sides of the engine make it a very useful engine for upper stages. What the fuck are you going to get that on an upper stage of a thing?
Easy. I use it as my upper stage rocket engine from before.
Really?
Yeah, on my other launch, the one I just launched out,
Why?
because the bump on it actually says that it's it's designed to be used in flight. So it's actually designed to be the upper stage engine. Like it's cramped at sea level.
Right.
So you basically have to. Well, I just strapped shitloads of SRBs to it. Did that, and then just launched the bad boy. But I'm actually going to go for an asparagus design with this one, I think, because having just done that one I failed, where I sent that, because I used a Rhino to get to the moon, to get to that moon, the first moon rescue one, and ran out of fucking fuel.
Right, okay.
So because I was having to maneuver the entire rocket in its entirety. So if I could reduce the weight on the rocket by ditching the empty tanks as and when I can, then that might keep it sprightly enough to. Have you ever used the hydraulic detachment manifold, the bigger like the bigger horizontal separators? Because it didn't used to work properly.
The hydraulic detachment.
I wonder if they've patched that because I just remember way back that they didn't provide enough ejection force to actually, because they're designed to be used with the heavier and bigger items, but they didn't provide enough ejection force to actually
Yeah, the ejection force on it's double now.
yeah, they did. It was just every time you use it, it just crashed into the fucking rocket because it was crap. Um, uh, that and that and then that. That just looks wrong. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I literally don't know what I'm doing. Charge, core missing. What haven't I got on this? It's got batteries, it's got solar panels, it's got SAS, it's got RCS. A lot more RCS though.
Holy crap. That's immense.
Wish I had enough. Is there a bigger separator in the tech tree?
Yeah. What, for the Kerbadine stuff?
Because I fucking haven't got it.
Oh,
Oh
separator.
yeah, I do. I've got it.
TR38D.
That's the Badger.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want. Get some of that on the go. Get that bad boy. I reckon this might be a case for some orange juice and the main cell combination. 650. Try it. Might try using the Vector actually. Do you reckon that's got the beans to be used as a primary stage engine?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah. I wish I had the Kerbal size SAS, but I don't. Have to leave it. Yes, sir.
Just chuck the little ones in.
Yeah, but you got to put the adapter cones on. It just pads out the size. I know they don't weigh much, but it just A, it doesn't look good, and B, it's they weigh enough, to be fair. They weigh 0.2 tons, which is, that's a lot. In my mind, that's a lot. I don't think this is going to even get off the fucking ground, to be honest. Yeah, why can't I? Is this, YouTube's really weird, man, because you should be able to see the. I could see the chat the other day when you messaged me. I could see the chat, and now I can't see the chat. I can't even see.
Wow, that 4 weight boost is insane.
What, the mammoth?
Fuck me, yeah. It's not even funny how much stuff I'm sending up on this. It's not even built properly. I just built a quick one for a laugh. Not even funny how much stuff I'm sending up on this. It's a mammoth. It's got 5 fuel tanks above it.
Yeah, let's revert that to vehicle assembly. Put some struts on it. That was interesting. Yeah, I might have to use the mammoth actually if it's worth the entry fee.
It's got the best specific vacuum or whatever it is at sea level. So it's the best one for taking off, essentially. Yeah, you won't have much problem with that fucking the mammoth. Don't matter, mate. I put 3 fuel tanks above it, and then above that I put a Rhino with 2 fuel tanks, and then above that I put a mainsail with one of those big fuel tanks just to see if it would work. And I'm in orbit already.
Because I need to put loads of fuel on this, because I need to send enough fuel up into orbit to get the Rhino with 4 radial fuel tanks
Honestly, man, that thing is insane.
It's kind of awesome. Let's give it a go. You put. Wait, did you use 4 of them?
No, just 1.
I'm using 4.
Yeah, that'll be enough. I used 1 with 6 kickbacks, and then above it I had 5 fuel tanks, 6 fuel tanks, a mainsail engine, and a Rhino engine.
Right, I'm trying to get by modestly without using kickbacks. Because the problem with kickbacks is you start getting into, you're going too fast and you can't slow the fuck down. Because I need to throttle it back now because we're going too fast. Just poodle along 200 meters a second. Not stressing.
Are you using 4 or 5?
4.
How are you doing 4?
I've got 4 underneath my radial tanks, and I've got a Rhino up the top.
But what? There's not like a 4-way coupler, is there, for these?
Look at the stream, you'll see.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a cool idea. Oh, there's not a nose cone for these.
For what? For the bigger?
For, yeah.
Yeah, you got to adapter it down. I had to go down 2 sizes.
You should only have to go down to Rocker Max.
Yeah, but it's mega. Mega. Wait. How much is the adapter? 0.1. Yeah. Don't use the Rocker Max one. I suppose there's not much in it, to be fair. But there is, what, a few kilos in it, going using the adapter and going down to the small one. The pointy one. I suppose if you use the rounded one, it's actually even better. Weight wise. Kickbacks. How many kickbacks have you got on?
6. Oh, mate, the possibilities of these fucking engines are insane.
Actually, I'm not into kickbacks. I'm into something interesting. The twin bore. Use the twin bore for a second.
Oh my goodness. Mate, I've got 5 of those mammoth engines lifting 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 21 of the second to largest fuel tank, because I haven't got the final one unlocked.
Yeah.
21 of them. And it's just it's going at 500 meters a second.
It's quite a lot. Granted. That's a fair amount.
Each engine has got 4 fuel tanks on it. That's insane.
Might need some more fuel.
I haven't even got any SAS on it, and I've been able to drive it up as well, because these engines, the little engines, have got 10.5 degree gimbal range.
What about the gravity zone?
And tried that, yeah.
See, that's the important thing. It's all fine and well. Saying, oh yeah, well.
Yeah, you could hold it. To be honest, mate, it didn't matter that much, because my peri-app. Say what? Apple apps say 450,000. That's crazy.
That's cray cray, yo.
On a badly built ship, that's.
What, before it's been slapped together?
Yeah, just to see what it's like.